Bacula Enterprise Edition to the rescue.
Hello, Jorge Gea here from Bacula Systems. In this video we are going to show some features available with the latest versions of Bacula Enterprise that will help us to improve the overall security posture of our backup environment. We will be using mainly BWeb, the Bacula Web Administration Console, for this demonstration. We will see now how we can protect the login of our users using the time-based one-time password feature, which in short is TOTP. So if we go here to Security Center and User Management, we will see we have a couple of users where we have TOTP enabled. Previously, to have these users, I needed to register to an online TOTP provider my users. To do so, Bacula generates for me a unique secret, and then we can associate it here to the service. So we need to copy this code in order to log in. So we are going to log out and try to log in with one of these users. Of course, the code is being renewed in a few seconds, so we are going to wait a little. Now we copy it and we put it here. I'm using here an online provider, but usually this should be an application from the mobile phone like Google Authenticator or any other. And this TOTP mechanism can be combined with the HTTP basic authentication that can be set up also, or we can integrate it with an external directory service such as LDAP or Active Directory. But this is out of scope today. Let's talk now about file daemon or client protection mechanisms. If we go here to the file daemon configuration and to the section where we configure the connection with our director, here this file daemon is local to the system, but of course this could be any remote file daemon that it's going to protect any kind of information such as files, virtualization, databases, SAS or any other thing. We have already some security features enabled here. So we are protecting where we allow the user to run restores. So we won't override by mistake or by any malicious user any other directory where we could have important information. We are also telling that we don't want any script to be run here in this file daemon. And we are also limiting from this side of the architecture, so from the file daemon, what directories are allowed to backup. We could go to the opposite way and exclude some directories, for example, where we could have some personal information. So basically, from the end host, we can limit what can be triggered from the central directors, so we can protect hosts from non-desired admin actions or even from attacks coming from that central element. Now, if we go to the general file daemon configuration, we are going to comment some other interesting directive here. For example, we can see the TLS options that are enabled by default. So with them we encrypt all the communications between daemons. Then we have also the encryption options, which is intended to be used for data at rest. It's important to note that we can encrypt also the information from the storage daemon layer, and doing so we will be encrypting data in general for any file daemon. But if we want to encrypt the data directly before sending it to the file daemon, we should enable it here. In these demonstrations, we are not using encryption here. Then another interesting security parameter here is the FIPS configuration, where we can enable here this check, and then the file daemon won't connect to any other daemon if FIPS is not being used. Finally, let's have a look at this interesting configuration, which is about our security plugin, which is telling the system to run a security scan every day. Let's have a look to the report that the security plugin is generating. So we have already a job execution with it. So let's find it. Is this one, for instance. So what we can see here is a good number of messages about permissions, where we are not being strict enough, as well as a good number of generic details about the system. This is PAM hardening, SSH hardening, port analysis about services, and so on. So this plugin essentially will guide us to enforce our different systems, and ideally we will have it configured in each and every file daemon. It is using a Linux open source tool and also some Bacula custom scripts, but a good thing of it is it's very easily expanded, and it is supporting any personalized hook that we want or need to add. Let's talk now about malware and viruses. We have here defined two sibling jobs that will try to back up a directory where we have some malware and virus test files, and one of them is not using the feature that we call anti-malware, which is available for backup, verify, restore jobs. So here you can see it's disabled, and it's with this Linux infected file set containing the mentioned directory. And then we have the malware check, which is exactly the same job, but we are enabling this malware check. So here. So we are going to run them both and see what happens. So first of all, the malware unnoticed. We want the level full for it. We run it. And while it's running, let's also run the malware check. Again, we want to have it with the level full. We run it. And then if we go to the main dashboard to see all the jobs, we see that the malware notice, if we have a look to the job log, is showing no problem, backup okay. It has copied all the files of our little directory. However, if we have a look to the malware check, which is currently still running, we can see now that it has finished that indeed has found malware in it. So as it has found some files containing malware, those files are not being sent to the catalog. So this job is directly free of the detected malware. The anti-malware feature it detects malware based on file signature. Of course, there are some more advanced kind of malware or viruses, and here is where we can use also the antivirus plugin. So we have here defined a job that indeed is using not only antivirus but also the malware check. And in addition to that, we are also verifying that our data in the file system or in the destination storage is matching what we have in the catalog. So here we are getting 3 goals with the same job. We have the malware check here, and in the verify options we can see here the configuration for the antivirus. The antivirus plugin today can integrate with the ClamAve open source antivirus, which is already listening in the host in this port. So if we try to verify with this verify AV malware job, the job that was not detecting any malware, we click here on verify data, and as we have only one verify job defined in this system, it is selecting it automatically, and you can see that he's already finding the same malware that the other job already detected, while we are also detecting, thanks to the antivirus, some files that are containing virus that the malware was not able to detect. So this is actually a very good way, having just a single job of finding any kind of malware or virus. This is a good best practice to run verify jobs over each and every backup that we run. We will detect a different status than OK when this is when something is detected. Then in the job log we can see exactly what has happened, and also we have ways, because the information is stored precisely in the catalog, to list what files are affected and what jobs are affected by any kind of threat like here. Let's talk now about how to protect our backups from undesired modifications. We have talked about encryption, but another very important feature to protect our information is immutability. So here we can see that on the devices of our storage we have enabled the set volume immutable parameter. So when we run a backup on it, let's run a little backup we have here around the etc directory. This job is using, of course, the shown devices, and once the affected volumes, here it is using the vol 37, once this volume is marked as used or full, we can mark it as immutable, and no one will be able to modify it. Here, as we have maximum volume jobs in the pool marked with 1, the volume is already marked as used. So we have also a little admin job which has the goal of updating the immutability flags, among other things. So here is the update volume protect, which is running this bconsole command. So this is an admin job, the update volume protect. Let's run it and see what happens. So this is going to search for all the volumes that need some action from a volume protection perspective, and we can see here that it has marked these 3 volumes as immutable. So if we try now, let's say from root in the system to write into those volumes, we can see that we are not allowed. Of course, this is a file system, but we have also integrations for immutability with systems like NetApp, Data Domain, or HPE, and also the cloud options such as S3 or Azure, and the object lock features. The last tool we are going to discuss today is BGuardian. So BGuardian is a tool that is able to run a set of different checks around security, around best practices, and potential issues on our environment, and it can be run manually, but it is recommended to have it in an admin job and run it periodically, for example once a day. This tool will generate a set of reports, among other things like the persistent alerts, but here we are going to have a look just at the report. So here we have one of the reports. Every section is a section that we can fold or unfold, and it will show a list of potential issues found by BGuardian. So the list of checks, it's much more than that, but here we will only see issues. So we have things around configuration, so basically best practices that are not followed, or recommendations like enable events or the director address, or enabling malware protection in some jobs. We have here, for example, also the storage space check for this disk auto changer, and many more things. Then we have also information about malware and antivirus that we saw just before, and also some statistical information. So the success ratio, the restore frequency, jobs that have values that are not expected from the average, but also from regression. This is fully configurable, but we will see those that are presenting very big or very low values according to those metrics. Then potential issues. So for example, empty jobs that are full, but they have no protected information, which is suspicious. Then if we have some jobs where the last good execution is old, we will see them here. We will have reported also the jobs that have no copy, and of course having a two-tier policy is a best practice. And then different things like for example the orphan chain, when we find when an incremental job, the dependent job, if it's another incremental or a full, is not present because maybe it was deleted for some reason in the catalog. So this incremental may have some trouble at restore time. At the end, we have a summary. We can see that we have severities, the issues classified by severity. So we have high, medium, and low, and we have here just a summary of them. So this tool is very useful, again, to harden our Bacula environment. So this has been all for today for Bacula Enterprise Security Features. I hope the information was useful, and maybe you learn something, or you are more interested now in Bacula Enterprise product. So thank you so much, and see you on the next video.
I hope this overview has been helpful in explaining the components of Bacula Enterprise Edition. If you want to learn more or to try Bacula Enterprise yourself, go to our website, baculasystems.com, and click Try for Free. You can also visit our YouTube channel for more videos and links. Thank you.